Omar Elgeziry, fresh back from the Nationals and top 10 in the country. Congratulations to you and your team. Great job.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much.
Tell me about what it was like, just the atmosphere there. And, you know, you took some athletes who hadn't competed at this level.
First of all, I will start with, it was such a joy just to walk into the venue and to feel almost that we are competing in a almost regular condition. We still had the mask on, social distancing and all this, but we've seen so many teams, 19 teams were there. And it's I'm grateful to be there, and I'm sure all my cadets were very, very grateful to have this opportunity.
You took 10 fencers. You come back with 2 All-Americans and several so close. You could have had more. Just tell me, watching it all unfold, what was your emotions?
Up and down, all day long, every day. I'm very proud of every cadet who traveled and competed in that event. Such a new experience for our freshmen. We had 4 freshmen. This is their 3rd event, a collegiate event for them. So that was such a new experience for them. They stepped in, they fought very, very hard. And to close All-American, we had Matt Good, who missed All-American on 1 win. And it broke my heart, especially Matt was going in, seeding #1 in the country. So it was heartbreaking to see that happen. Caitlin Guo surprised us with a good performance. She missed the All-American in 2 wins. She was very, very close as well, but she fought very, very hard. And last but not least, the 2 All-American, Matt Hahn and Nestor Levin. Those guys outperformed themselves. They stepped on the strip. They were on the top 4 throughout the 2 days until the last round, but at the end of the last round, they dropped to 7th place for Matt in men's épée and Nestor for 8th in men's foil.
So what does it do for these athletes? You mentioned even the freshmen, you know, didn't come back with any real true accolades, but the experience and what they can do with that going into next season.
Matt and Nestor Matt has 2 years left, so he's a long way to go. Last year he qualified, and he has his name on the wall. He made All-American, and I'm very excited for him because he just finished 7th, and he has 2 more years to compete again. Nestor did the same thing last year. He qualified in his freshman year, made All-American last year, and this year he finished 8th. So the progression is visible. I can see that they are performing very well, and I can't wait to see what they'll do next year.
As far as the team is concerned, let's talk a little bit about next year. Those guys coming back, but then the others that are like chomping at the bit, like I could have been, and they see what happened to Matthew Good. How does that motivate you going forward?
Building experience. We come back, we will reset, and we'll have a lot of meeting, and we'll pass all the experience we had with those athletes, and they'll pass it on to their teammates. I'm pretty sure having 10 Air Force fencers on the field is going to be a big plus to all our cadets, the incoming freshmen, the current athletes on the team. All those guys will learn from 10 fencers who are in the team. So I'm very excited.
You're still quite young in your as a head coach. As far as you know, your tenure as head coach here at the Air Force, are you building at the rate that you wanted to? Is it going faster than you thought it would? Are you doing what you expected?
I'll say I'm doing decent. I'm always hungry as any coach. I don't think I'm doing anything special except that I'm working with people I love, people I care about, and amazing individuals. So for me, that's a great win. That's a huge progress for myself, and that's the real scale for me. This is how I judge myself. I watch every day what those guys are doing, what their reflection is my reflection too. So yeah, that's my judgment here.
Final question for you. Taking 10 to the finals this year, do you put a number on how many you're trying to get there next year? Or you start from scratch? How do you look at the next season?
It's a hard question, Brian. You know, NCAA is such a challenging competition, and you can't anticipate anything or expect anything. You can't anticipate how many will qualify. The pressure is always on throughout the season, and it keeps fluctuating. You go in as Matt Good, as I mentioned, he was going in #1, and we were very confident, and we still are proud of him. But in the meantime, the competition is brutal. There's no room for error or mistakes. I'll say I'm going to shoot always or aim high, and I'll do my best. And I know those guys will do the same, and we'll see from there.
Coach Elgeziry, thanks for the time. Great season.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much. Go Falcon.